This right here is a very affordable phone, positioning itself as the #1 go-to device for the sub €300 mark. Last year's Honor 7X was a runaway success, and so there is a lot of excitement for this one. I'm also adding 3 Honor 8X phones to our running iPhone XS giveaway, so instructions for that are in the description below. To say one thing, the phone looks refreshingly different. The back is glass, but with 2 separate textures. Each side reflects light in a slightly different way, and the transition is subtle but surprising. The left side carries all the details, while the right just the fingerprint scanner, which is nicely located and easy to feel for. And then at the bottom you've got a headphone jack and a micro USB port. Turning it around, the display is an impressive 6.5 inches. It's a 1080p IPS panel, and the chin is only a fraction larger than the other 3 bezels, which makes its screen-to-body ratio higher than the OnePlus 6 and Samsung Galaxy Note 9. And then when you compare it to similarly priced phones like Xiaomi's Mi A2, while obviously there is more to the story than this, the screen looks good for the money. There are actually a few more benefits to be had with the display. You've got video enhancement, which dials up the contrast when you're watching video, glare minimization, so the display is even clear under bright sunlight. And then you've got Rhineland certified eye comfort mode, which is like an official certification for eye protection, in a similar way that an IP rating certifies water and dust resistance. Hardware-wise, the phone is packing the Kirin 710 chip and 4GB of RAM with the base model. Bearing in mind that this is a budget-priced phone, performance is ample and apps load up quickly. I've already done a dedicated video on GPU Turbo, but that is a technology that is in action here, and you'll feel it when playing games like PUBG Mobile and Mobile Legends. This should then combine with the battery capacity of 3750 mAh to give some pretty great endurance results, but we'll have to wait a bit for the full verdict. From the time I've spent with it though, I've been getting around 6 hours of screen on time on average. Camera-wise, you've got a pretty classic Honor setup, but with a twist. This AI isn't exactly subtle, and it sometimes adds a pretty serious vignette to photos and pushes contrast way up, but there are cases when it's more than that. For example, it can detect scenes when the background is too bright, and then take multiple shots at different exposures to compensate. This is a 20+2 megapixel setup, and during the day it actually captures pretty great photos. Colors come out bold, shadows dark, and detail is usually present in all parts of the image. You've got portrait mode too, but the most anticipated feature here is night mode. And when I say night mode, that might ring a bell, because as with another phone we all know and love, night mode on the 8X allows you to hold the phone steady for a few seconds while the phone captures the best parts of the image at different exposures, using AI stabilization to keep blur to a minimum. And this software is so powerful that it easily brings the 8X up to parity with some much more expensive devices. Normal video tops out at 1080p, but you do get super slow motion at 480 FPS here. You've got a 16 megapixel selfie camera too, with all the wacky AR modes you come to expect from an Honor phone. Alright, with new entrants like the Pocophone F1, the mid-range smartphone market has really heated up over the last couple of weeks. Having said that, I'm excited about this phone. It's taking a different approach. It's got a unique visual identity from the back, but also a massive amount of display on the front. And while this is by no means a full review, the phone is looking like it delivers a really slick experience for less. Honor is also launching a competition called Cheer for Honor 8X, and they're asking people to film a 15-second clip or any social comments in which you say something you like about the 8X, put it on social media, and tag their accounts with this hashtag, and in return they've got a whole bunch of prizes. You can find out more about that on my channels or the Honor global channels. Thanks a lot for watching guys, my name is Aaron, this is Mr. Who's the Boss, and I'll catch you guys next time.